So now we're having a look at native lemongrass, and this one has been planted about a year and it's just starting to produce a little flower stalk, which is very beautiful, or a very tall flower stalk, and it's got a beautiful blue coloured foliage. Now this one, as opposed to ones that I've got in pots, is less curly. You can see that some of the leaves, as they're dying off, the older leaves are going quite curly, and older plants I have in pots have a really curly appearance to the base of them, and that's sort of part of their character, so don't think you need to remove that. This one's a lot more lush, and it's not that it's getting huge amounts of water. In this garden, which I'm sort of surprised about, it's not a really high input garden. It is on automatic irrigation once a week, and it's clay soil. It's a really protected spot here, so I chose this spot because it's going to get afternoon sun, or mid to early afternoon sun, and it's got the bluestone edging as a heat bank to keep a little bit of heat during the evening, you know, just to keep a little bit more heat at the plant. So when you're harvesting, use some really nice sharp snips, and it is important with grasses not to, or just to know that if you harvest right at the base, that piece that you've taken off will not necessarily grow back from that area. Harvesting, you either harvest from the base or you harvest quite high, like you do regular lemongrass. So you might take a close-up look at that. You have a look at the way the lemongrass is growing. It doesn't have a branch as such. It has these little shoots from the base. And if you cut into this area where the growth is sprouting from, you will kill off that shoot. So the idea is to cut individual leaves like so, and then leaving that shoot to grow more. And then you could cut another leaf from over here. But if you go into this area where the leaves are coming from and cut through that, that whole piece will die back. So if you're going to do that, you should go right to the base and cut out that whole section. Go ahead. So now we've got a beautiful piece of native lemongrass, which I omitted to mention earlier is way easier to grow than Asian lemongrass, I have to say. Has a beautiful gingery smell like Asian lemongrass does, or tropical lemongrass, and a slight gingery spicy smell, lemony as well. And when you taste it and smell it, it has a slight, I think it's more when you taste it as a tea, it has a slight aroma of rose. So it's really delicate, lemon, ginger, rose.